All right, for today's video review, we're going to be taking a look at BotBots Series 5 Flood Jug from the Wilderness Troop. Flood Jug here is, I guess, supposed to be turning into like one of those, just a big jug of water. It's a little strange because this is a repaint of a Series 2 BotBot, grrr'illa Grimes, who turned into like an industrial, like sort of grit soap container, which, tend to be kind of like weirdly shaped and like have little dispensers on the side and stuff like that. Whereas a big jug of water, I don't think would necessarily be shaped like this, but I think it ultimately gets the point across. It's just got some kind of weird stuff going on up here, which granted, grrr'illa Grimes did too. It just, as a less recognizable object, I think it got away with it a little bit more with the grit soap. But I do like the little, water decal on the front there. Also, I found out that apparently I did have grrr'illa Grimes mistransformed. I originally had in the review for this one, I had the head around that way. I just figured it must be that way because otherwise the face would just be showing off the side. But no, yeah, it is supposed to be this way with the face kind of awkwardly sticking out the back, which is unfortunate. Something else about this mold, which is like kind of a detractor in both modes, is that the like little neck stock piece here is just like too long. Like it's too long in both modes, whereas like it feels like this should just like compress down a little bit, and it just doesn't. Like, I mean, you can kind of like bend it down like that, but then it's at an angle, and like that contributes to having this like weird long neck in robot mode too. So I'm just like, I'm not sure what happened there. Like if whoever made the mold for that piece just like added an extra couple millimeters by accident or something. I don't It's just very strange, but it kind of makes both modes worse because it has that like gap sticking through it. So yeah, alt mode is fine, I guess. It's about as good as grrr'illa Grimes alt mode here, but nothing really to write home about. Transformation for this one, it is kind of just a huge shell former. You just sort of separate these sections, and it can be a little bit annoying. I find it's best to actually like rotate them up because they have this little cutout here with the decal that doesn't exist on the other side. And if you try bringing it down, it just runs into the feet. So you really want to like rotate it around this way, kind of past the head there, which again can be a little bit annoying, and sometimes it'll just straight up come off the ball joint there if you get it wrong. But once you know how to do it, it's not too bad. And then you just rotate the head forward, and there you have Flood Jug in their robot mode. And yeah, I still don't really like it. Again, same issues as grrr'illa Grimes, is like it just has like these two humongous alt mode shells as the arms with like a very slight finger, like fist sculpted in there, but they're just like big and hollow. And then the actual body is just A, kind of boring, and B, kind of small. And then also the weirdly long neck, which is just, again, completely unnecessary for either mode, is I don't know, just makes it look kind of stupid. I do kind of like the eyes on this one better than grrr'illa Grimes, who it was a little bit more boring in the face department there, but ultimately they're kind of just doing the same thing, just in one in orange and one in blue. So whatever. In terms of articulation, obviously it's just the same as before. The head, I think it's actually on two ball joints. Like there's a ball joint at the base of this stock and then in the head itself. So I mean, you get a decent amount of range, but it kind of just bumps into the arms here. And then the arms, I mean, they can bend up and down, but like there's very limited poses that you can actually get it in where it can stand, because the shells are just like such a huge part of his mass that like I guess you could have it so it's like one is in the air and then the other one is supporting him on the ground. But I don't know, not really a ton there. So yeah, still not a great mold. And I mean, I guess if you were gonna reuse it for something, then a jug of water I guess makes as much sense as as anything could. But it's I don't know, just a little weird. I'd say robot mode for me still, just like grrr'illa Grimes, is probably going to get a 1 out of 5. I don't think it's very good. I really don't like the huge chunks just being like arms, and I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of it. Alt mode, I think grrr'illa Grimes I gave a 3. I guess I'd still give Flood Jug a 3. I mean, I don't think the alt mode is maybe deserving of a 3, but it's it's fine. I think you can tell what it's supposed to be. Transformation, I guess originally I gave grrr'illa Grimes a 2 because the arms falling off thing, but I don't know. I think that's kind of unfair. I'd say I would revise both of their scores now and give just a regular average score of 3 for transformation. It doesn't ultimately affect the end score at the end of the day, because that is going to give Flood Jug here an ultimate score of 7 out of 15, which makes them a 1-star BotBot. So, you know, grrr'illa Grimes I originally had as a 6. I think that they should probably both be 7, but it's a 1-star either way. So, you know, not my favorite mold. I don't really think it's that successful. And again, like, you know, I hadn't even really thought about it before, but like, just the neck being too long, just making both modes significantly worse is just kind of perplexing. It's just like you just created a problem for no reason, because it didn't need to be that way. It could have just been a shorter neck, made the robot mode look better, not great, but better. And, you know, then the actual alt mode would feel a little bit more cohesive as well. So it's just weird, but you know, whatever. But yeah, if you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I do reviews every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, here we have BotBots Series 5 Flood Jug.